My name is Amy Peck and my company is EndeavorVR. We are very focused on sort of working with enterprise companies, mostly Fortune 500, actually even sort of Fortune 20, on looking at this technology and how we can really reshape the workforce and at really looking at it at scale as well. So not just taking one problem and solving it with one technology, but really looking at how they're going to change the way they work using immersive technologies. It's probably me. We're a consulting and strategy firm, and there are many out there of all sizes. But I think that we're really born out of enterprise, and my personal experience I come from sort of consumer data and research and looking at consumer behavior, and then from there moved into immersive technology. And at the same time, I've always worked with enterprise, and so because I've been working with enterprise entities for so long, I think I understand really what some of the challenges are, across multiple verticals. So we're really able to identify ways that maybe even they didn't think of to leverage this technology. And then the other piece of it is that we look at a holistic approach to how they're going to be able to scale. So it's not just about the content and what the purpose is and what solution is, it's how it can sit with their legacy systems and then how they can pull data and data analytics and how that's going to wire into their existing KPIs. And it's really this sort of end-to-end approach as opposed to just delivering a simulation and training application, for example. I love the whole sort of simulation and training side of things, and I don't necessarily call it a trend because the military has been using simulation and training for decades, but VR enables very, very fast iteration on training and simulation, and also is much more lightweight and much less expensive, and you don't have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars in these bucks that you used to have in the past. In the past year, we've also started looking at location-based entertainment. And the reason that we've started looking at that is that one of the challenges, even in enterprise, is the adoption of the workforce. And what we forget is that enterprise people in the workforce are also consumers, and consumers don't really have a fluency with the technology yet. And until they do, and they really care about the technology, and it's easy for them to move in and out of virtual environments, whether it be AR or VR, we're still going to have a challenge deploying at scale. And so location-based entertainment is one way that AR and VR are getting socialized into the consumer market. And mobile AR and web XR, as it's termed, I think are also really big opportunities for companies to build really lightweight experiences. We're using a mobile device, which is where consumers already are. And glasses like Focals, which have done a really, really smart job, even though it doesn't have a tremendous amount of AR functionality, that's ultimately what the form factor is going to be. It needs to look like a pair of Wayfarers before we put them on. So I'm very excited about them. Even though it's a 1.0 product, I think that that's really the direction we need to go. We need to make this technology actually wearable. We talk about wearables all the time, but nothing really is wearable. So this is a great step in the right direction, I think.